I'm your host, Jimmy B, and today, we're a little bit past 4th of July, but like I said last week, we were going to make ribs as kind of a special meal. First disclaimer I want to put, I know we try to make all of our meals under 50 bucks. This one's a little bit on the pricier side, so if you're going to make this meal, I would highly recommend doing it for like a special occasion and things like that. Like always, it's a live show, so give me a sec to get this going. It's harder with gloves today. All right, here we go. So, hey, what's up, Rebecca? Welcome back to another edition. Sorry for our tardiness. We're kind of getting everything ready to go. Like I said, we're making, I almost said bacon and eggs, but we're making baby back ribs on the grill. And to give you guys an idea, we're going to split this show up into 2 segments. First segment is we're going to go over all the ingredients and then kind of prep all the food, and then I'm going to go cook it. And then we're going to take some pictures throughout that process. But cooking this meal is a little bit longer. It's about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. So I don't want to bore you guys too much. So we're just going to keep the party going. We're going to plan on shooting the second half at 6:30, depending on timing and things like that. It might be 6:45 Mountain Standard Time, but we're going to make it happen. And for this meal, I'm actually going to make my drink first because it's real simple. We're going to crack a beer. You know, why not? It's one of my favorite beers. It was kind of my go-to back in the day, and then besides Miller Lite. And now that I live out in the promised land, Colorado, where New Belgium's from, it's kind of nicer and fresher out here. All right, so we're gonna have a Voodoo Ranger by New Belgium. That's what we're gonna drink, and we're gonna do a little trivia to see who's watching. This is from a gas station in Texas. Who can name that gas station? I don't know if you want to get a little closer so you can see this thing. This is one of Britt's favorite things in the house. It's awesome. She loves it. And then we'll go like that. All right, we're gonna pour our beer up and keep it going. All right. So now that we got that, timing is our friend here. Hey, what's up, Ed? How are you doing? We're gonna obviously pour our beer. We're gonna do a shot. My grandpa was actually pretty sick this week, so I'm gonna do a cheers to his health and things like that. I hope he gets better. So cheers to you, Papa. Cool. Now that we got that going, let's make some food. All right. So we're gonna bring the camera over here, and first thing we're gonna do is start the beans process. Actually, let's backtrack and talk about the ingredients because I do that all the time. For the beans, we're gonna do these are Great Northern beans. Just your typical molasses. We got some water to go with that, and brown sugar to get it going, and then we got our garlic. And then our mustard, and we're gonna mix all that together, and then we're gonna bake it, and it's gonna come out great. All right. Now, like I said, this meal is really intricate, so I gotta whip out my little cheat sheet book, and it kind of has all my ingredients and things like that. So we're gonna make a homemade barbecue sauce today, and it's a really good. It started out with my older brother Brian. He usually makes the sauces, so I'm gonna try making his, so hopefully it comes out decent. Or better, you know what I mean? A little brotherly competition there. Hey, what's up, Alex? Thank you for joining us. We're making ribs, beans, and coleslaw. We got our 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. We got apple cider vinegar, a whole mess load of ketchup, because that's how you make the sauce. We got our liquid smoke. I don't know how it's gonna come out, but I like my sauce a little thicker. So if it doesn't even get thickened up, we're gonna throw some cornstarch in there, and then we got our beautiful cup of whiskey to go with it. It's apple, Crown Royal apple, and I want to see if I could get like an apple smoke kind of taste on these ribs. We'll see how it goes. So without further ado, let's heat up some food, or heat up some stuff. All right, so this is our pan that we're gonna make our sauce in. It's gonna be kind of all mixed up together. We're gonna stir it. We're gonna start with some onions and things like that. Then we're gonna cook our bacon on this for our beans. And yeah, so let's cut up some veggies first. Let's not rush the process. All right, cool. Hey, what's up, Chris? Thanks for joining us. All right, and so it may seem like a lot of onions, but we're gonna do onions for the beans. Oh, excuse me, and the sauce. We're gonna get this going. So how's everybody's day been? How was your week since we last saw each other? I always like that chat going off so we can see people talking, having a good time. I know quarantine's about to happen again, so hopefully you guys are getting out and maybe hitting up a restaurant while we can. Alright. And I usually pair a drink with the meal, and if you're just joining us, we paired it with a beer, a real simple mixture of a meal and stuff. Cool. Go. Seems like a lot of onions, doesn't it? It's gonna be good. All right. Just gonna dice all these up. We're gonna do a little bit, kind of chopped up thickly. Just gonna go through it like this. This is gonna be for our beans. Make it a nice little thickness to it. Who likes onions out there? You guys enjoy onions? I like them every once in a while. I wouldn't eat them raw though, you know what I mean? Cool, we're gonna chop these up. And that's good. For the beans, we're gonna clean up these a little bit. All right, nice thick onions for our beans. All right, we're gonna lay them on this plate. Get that going. It's gonna be for our beans. And then for our sauce, the good sauce. I'm crying a little bit. I'm starting to cry. You know, I picked the onion to make me cry. It's been one of those days. There we go. And these you want kind of finely minced because we're going to strain them out too so it's not all thick in the end. Cool. All right, so who's ever made ribs? Anybody out there that's made ribs before? Hopefully I don't butcher it. Or butcher it, no pun intended. Cool. Now that we got those, we're gonna put them over here. Oh yeah, a whole lot of onions. I'm crying. Do a quick clean up of this.
That is a lot.
Yeah. You gotta remember it's gonna go on a few things. Oh yeah, wet rub's the way to go. On ribs, I think it tastes really good. Alright. Clean these onions off. Get that going. Cool. Go back to clean. Then we're gonna mince up our garlic. I feel like every meal we make here is with garlic because it's so good with everything. I like some fresh garlic. Always wanted to, never have. Oh yeah, it's a good meal. Well, hopefully you try these now. All right. Cool. My floor is clean. Don't think it's not. We clean it before the show every day. Ooh. Hey, what's up, Shauna? Thanks for joining us again. You're just joining us right now. We're making baby back ribs. It's gonna be good. Cool. The beans actually call for garlic powder, but I'm actually gonna throw real garlic in there. Make it taste real good. Alright. So there's our garlic. It's minced up like a thick here. Keeps the flavor going. Get that going. Alright. So we got all our garlic. Let's do some cooking. Alright, so we're gonna, if you've ever watched my bacon and eggs, you'll know that I cook everything kind of medium. Medium low to medium for our bacon and stuff, so we cook it all the way for our beans. I was like, what are we doing bacon for again? We're gonna do it for our beans. And then, like I said, this meal is one of those meals that I even look at my own recipe for. Make sure I'm doing it all right. Alright, so now we're gonna do two things. We're gonna make our bacon, and we're also going to make our sauce, kind of hand in hand, kind of go from there. We're going to go medium on both pans. You know, we got our bacon. We're going to cook it all the way, and then we're going to chop it up and crumble it and then put it all together, and it'll taste really good. It's really good. All right, and then thank you guys for joining. We got a little bit of time while this kind of warms up. We'll do another cheers to you, the viewers. And I paired it with a beer just because it tastes good. Kind of simpler too for everybody, so we can kind of focus on this very intricate meal. Alright. And then cool. So yeah, so it's one of those meals to where it does take a while. It is time consuming. So like what I was saying before, make sure you're gonna cook this meal, do it like a special occasion and things like that. One thing we could do while we're waiting is kind of get the ribs ready. So bring Kim over here. These are baby back ribs. You got two types of ribs. You have baby back because it's on the back of the pig, and then you have spare ribs, and it's more of a belly rib. Right here, big belly ribs. So we do like that. Hey, what's up? Thank you for liking the page. Appreciate it, y'all. All right. So how you kind of clean it up, and you want to clean it up so everything cooks evenly. There's a membrane right here that you kind of just want to pick at until you get it, and you can kind of grab it. Hopefully I'm able to grab it with the gloves. Yeah, there we go. Cool. This one actually might be already off. No, it's not. Here we go. So you want to scrape you want to find a spot to where you can get this membrane off. I'm going to take my gloves off. Kind of peel it like that. Kind of get it. It's like one of the hardest parts, trying to get this thing off. Barbecue joints use a big hook for it. I think it's off already. Yeah, this one doesn't have a membrane on it. That's what I figured because it's kind of really cleaned up. But you can also cook it with the membrane if you don't want to take it off. And it'll be fine. You'll just kind of feel it in there. Cool. I think it's on there. Yeah, it is. Cool. And then you just kind of peel it off. And then what you want to do is kind of clean these ribs up to make it cook evenly. So kind of do that. Kind of right there. Make sure there's no pieces. Kind of trim this fat off a little bit so it's not burning. Things like that. There we go. And that's what you want. You want a nice clean ribby like that. Like this piece will cut off. Do it like that. Kind of happy I cut that piece off because it's not too much. And it kind of makes it cook all evenly. Do that. flip it over, see how that is. That's a nice rib. And grab at it, see what kind of peels off, and be gentle with it because you know you don't want to rip it all apart. Yeah, you just want to clean it up and do that. Basically, you want a square or a rectangle would be the word for it. Kind of go like that. Cool, and that's how you get the ribs prepared. And our pan should be hot to where we're ready to do some cooking. I'm gonna wash my blunt.
Bacon.
Oh yeah, that's hickory smoked bacon. Real good. What kind of knives? I use McCook knives. They're I think we got them off Amazon, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, just Amazon knives.
They're good though.
Yeah, they're good knives. Cool. Pan top for our bacon. Get some bacon in there. Oh yeah. The sizzle. Love the sizzle. Gonna lay it down. And it says use half a pound, but I'm gonna use probably 3/4 of a pound because you can't go wrong with bacon. Oh yeah, that's sizzle. And that'll be good enough. Throw that back in the fridge. All right. So this pan's ready to go. We're gonna do, so anytime you're cooking with whiskey or any kind of alcohol, you gotta burn the alcohol out and keep the flavor in. So what we're gonna do is, for our sauce, we're gonna throw our onions in because we want them to caramelize and kind of lighten up. All right. We're gonna do some of our garlic in there. Oh, that smells good. Once that garlic and onion mixture gets in there, it's so good. All right. And it wouldn't be Jim B's Best Eats if we didn't pepper. And get it going like that. All right. Maybe we should do some pep on there too. Just, you know, it felt lonely, I think. So, and like I said, we're going to strain this, so it's okay to have a good amount. I don't want any of this good food to go to waste. All right. A little bit more garlic. As we all know, the lady of the house likes her garlic.
I do. I love garlic.
All right, we're going to mix that up. Oh yeah, so that's what we want. I'm gonna get these a little bit of color before I put on that put in that whiskey. All right. All right. Get some color in there. That smells so good, y'all. That garlic and aromas. The garlic aromas. Onion down, onion down. Cool. All right. So now we're gonna pour our whiskey in there, and I'm using Crown Royal apple. It was a birthday gift from some good friends of ours. And get that going. We get that nice little simmer going. So I'm just looking at my notes, making sure it all comes out perfect. All right. Oh, that bacon.
Wow, that smells really good.
All right, we got any new people joining? It looks like we got a few. All right. You just joined us. We're drinking a nice cold one after a long week. I'm sure you guys have had a good week too so far, midweek. And just joined us. We're making homemade baked beans we're making baby back ribs, and we're making coleslaw. But I'll make that a little later on the second episode of today, because I don't want it to get soggy. You want that nice crunch with it, you know what I mean? Who's ever made coleslaw before? You know? Cool. And then, oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. This whiskey will turn these nice and white in color. It means everything's kind of getting into it. That apple is so aromatic. I think that's
Aromatic.
aromatic. Alright. Do just a dash of salt all the way around. Okay. Check out our bacon. Cool, and this bacon we're gonna want to, cook a decent amount, but not overcook it, because we don't want it to kind of melt once we get everything in the pan. We want it still a nice crunch and then pick up everything. Oh, it's burning, so be careful. Be careful, oven's hot. Oh yeah, Jared. Welcome to Jared. Jared Freiberg's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be delicious. Since you just joined us, Jared, we'll show you the ribs. Look at this. Oh yeah. And there's a few different types. Now that we got kind of all this going, there's a few different types of ways you can go about cooking ribs. You can oven cook them. You can throw them on the grill, and that's what we're gonna do. We're going to do some grills, and then you can kind of do it in foil or out of foil. Since it's a wet rub, and I don't really want to mess up grills, we're actually going to foil it up. It kind of keeps the steam in there. It does that. And when you do that, you're going to want to do 30 minutes on the bone side, and then flip it for 30 minutes, and then you actually open it, slab it up with that barbecue sauce, and kind of cook it on direct heat. And we'll be posting some pictures about that process and things like that once we get going. But while our bacon's cooking, our everything in here is ready to go with everything else. So we got that. We got our bourbon. We're gonna do our 2 cups of ketchup right here. All right. Alright, that's kind of our acidity and things like that. And then we're going to go with our 3rd cup apple cider vinegar. Alright, we're going to do our 3rd cup of Worcestershire sauce. Get that in there. And then our 1/4 cup of tomato paste. Just gonna drop that boy in there. This is a little bit more. So it's probably like, a 1/3? It's about 1/3. Get it all in there. Finger licking good. I don't know about what. Tomato paste, finger lick. Alright. Cool. And then yes, that's okay if it's boiling. That's what we want. And so since we got our apple in there, like I said, we're going to try to do an apple hickory smoke kind of deal. I'm going to get that going. Oh, yeah. That looks good. And I know it doesn't look like barbecue sauce just yet, but it's going to turn into it, I promise you. All right, and another thing, like I try to show everybody, for our sweetness, we're going to use brown sugar. And one thing that I always try to do is show you guys what it means by packed. So what you're going to want to do is pack it in. And that'll get you the true half cup to where it almost, I didn't think that was going to happen, but it did. Put it in there. Kind of gets our sugar going. All right. The multitask. Flip our bacons. Oh yeah. That's looking good. How good does this bacon look, y'all? It's gonna taste even better. Some homemade beans. Ah, man, I tell you what, y'all, I don't know about y'all, but this week was kind of stressful for me. It was a real busy week at work, things like that. So it feels real good to come out and cook some meals, talk to y'all, kind of get it going. All right. Now that we got all that going, oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. There's gonna be a lot of moving back and forth today. All right. Oh, that's starting to smell real good. All right, now to top this baby off, we're gonna throw a little bit of liquid smoke in there. Not too much. You'll overly smoke it, so you just want to, just that much is you're perfect. That's one of those things. If you think you got enough, don't put it anymore because you probably got enough. All right. Flipping and dipping. All right, we're not gonna throw our cornstarch in here just yet because it's warm and stuff. We got that going. That's what we want. We want to bring it up to a little boil. Nothing crazy. And remember, it's sauce, so it'll pop. All right. Bring it down a little bit. And we're gonna start our simmer. You're gonna want this to simmer for about 20 minutes. And that'll get you where you want. To kind of level everything out, for me, I like to use sriracha. Just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way with the hot stuff I use. All right, jeez, I'm just flipping and sliding everywhere. All right, so we got that going. And last but not least, pep. And a little bit of salt. All right. Oh, that's sticky. That's tangy. That's smelling good. I think I say this every episode. I wish we had capabilities to where you could smell it, because that does smell really good. All right. Get that going. Then we're going to put a top on it. We're just going to let that simmer. We're going to turn that real low. And let that simmer. Let's check our bacon. Oh yeah. Brittany's coming in closer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And like I said, it doesn't gotta be crispy in there. It'll do that on its own over here on the plate. So we're gonna give that about 2 more minutes. Probably just a minute. And I'll get the rest going. Oh, this sauce is gonna be good. And I really bring that heat down so it doesn't boil too much. You really want it to simmer for about 20 minutes. I'm gonna set the time. Now it'll simmer for about 20 minutes. Kind of let it do its thing. I turn the heat a little low so nothing burns and things like that, and then we'll gradually go up if need be. All right, we're gonna get our big old bowl. We're gonna start making our baked bean sauce, all right? We're gonna pull our bacon off because it's ready. Oh my God, look at all this. Why can't my bed be this? I don't know where I was going with that one. Cool. Always remember, safety first, y'all. This is hot grease, so just take it off the heat so nothing burns, catches on fire, and things like that.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that bacon looks good. What do y'all think about that bacon?
Yum.
I
Looks
should add some
good.
bacon to that bacon. I totally agree. Cool.
Do you drain the beans?
No, you don't. You actually don't have to drain the beans. That's what the recipe calls for. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix some stuff up. We got our cup of water, straight from the mountains of Colorado. I went out myself this morning and shook the stream and got it going. All right, we're gonna throw our garlic in there. We're gonna throw, who would have thought, more ketchup in this meal.
Ran out of ketchup?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we got backup ketchup.
Gotta have backup.
Oh yeah, always backup. You should always have backups in your condiments. And then I need 3 tablespoons. I have a tablespoon somewhere. There it is. And we're always gonna gradually check and stir this sauce on the bottom until you start to get thick and good. Get our ketchup. Use any kind you want. I always thought Heinz was a good brand. Ketchup. All right. Cool. We got that. We got our tablespoon of mustard. Look it all over myself. Cool. That's it. Get that. Alright. Oh man, this is starting to come out real good, y'all. Another cup of brown sugar. So we're gonna get our brown sugar again. This is a half cup, remember? So we're gonna do 2 of them. If you don't know the from a half cup to a cup, you can always look up the equivalent pages. All right, let's see if I did good. See if I got it all. Boom. That should be enough. That should be enough. All right, and then what we're gonna do is, our molasses. We almost forgot about our molasses. We're gonna throw our onions in here, our chopped onions. We're gonna get that going. We're gonna do our molasses. Some would say I'm as slow as molasses. Well, back then I was pretty quick. I was a little quicker than molasses, but now I'm probably. Look at that, that's quick. Whoever said molasses was slow? I'm making a big old mess of molasses.
Oh my gosh, that stuff is so sticky.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
There we go. Was that cool?
That's pretty cool.
You know, I try. I usually do a little dance for y'all. So we got our cup, we got our water. We're gonna throw our beans in here. I'm actually gonna, it doesn't call for it, but it's a lot of liquid. So I took about 3/4 of that liquid out. Since that's so much liquid, I don't really want to mess with all that. We'll throw our beans in there. All right. We're gonna take our bacon and just eat it. No, I was just kidding. What we're actually gonna do is we're gonna chop this up a little bit. We went from a whole lot of things to a whole not a lot of things. All right. I'm gonna take it. Just gonna kind of chop it up. All right. Ooh, that is hot. Hot tamale, hot tamale. All right. So who's gonna try this meal? What do we got? Oh, what's up, Pat? Just walked in. It smells amazing in here. Cool.
Pat's the only one with smell-o-vision.
Yeah. Pat is the only one with smell-vision, yo. He gets lucky because he's my neighbor. And we're just going to break this piece apart because it's real fatty. All right. Then we're going to throw our bacon in there. But let's take a little break and check on our sauce, see how it's simmering. That's as low as we can go, too. All right. That's smelling good. All right. I'm going to go a little lower because I don't really like how crazy it is. Cool. All right. And then we're just going to whisk all this together. And that's how you make baked beans. All right. I was a little nervous too. It didn't really have the color. Just kidding. Cool. Got everything I need in there. Yep, and then all you guys do for this, it says lightly grease the pan. So I'm using just a dash of olive. I'm gonna take my little brush. I love using this. She'll tell you, man. I can whip this thing out. It's fun. Just gonna do a nice little glaze. Not too much, nothing crazy. All right. And that's all she wrote with our beans. All right. And then we're just gonna. Oh my God. That's gonna come out so good, y'all. Oh yeah. And then, like I said, it wouldn't be a meal of me. And then pepper it. All right. That looks good. That's a fixins. Fixin' to be eatins. A little salt. A little salt. All right, we got that going. We got about 12 more minutes on our sauce. Keep that going. Last but not least, let's wrap up these ribs. I hate really messy food. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves. I think I talk about it all the time. It's not really my thing. So I try to make really, really good meals that are nice to eat. You don't have to use 1,000 napkins. Cool, but ribs is one of those things. You might want to get some moist towelettes out. Did we stop?
You're good. No.
Am I good?
It's going.
I'm just stuck here. Refresh. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know who's saying anything if I don't have anything going. It's the dang intro net.
Can you refresh the screen?
I did. Cool. All right, we're back. All right, y'all. So what we're gonna do for this, what I like to do, you can use a rub, you can use whatever, but since I'm using a sauce, I'm just gonna salt and just gradually go down rib by rib. It's like a street block. And a nice little salt on everything. Cool. And then we're gonna grab our pepper and we're gonna pep it. I'm gonna have to switch out my pepper halfway through the episode. And get that going. This is a workout. This is like one of those shake weights.
It's worth the hard work to have it freshly ground.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Freshly ground pepper. You can smell it too. You know it's fresh. Alright. Look at it just melt into those juices of that beautiful thing. Oh my gosh, you smell that sauce? Does it smell good?
It smells amazing. It smells really good.
Sorry, y'all, a little brief intermission real fast. Alright, and then we're gonna... One thing you guys want to do, and I'll show you, is 2 pieces of foil. You're going to want 2 pieces of foil for this. And what I do is I grab it, bone down, put it right in the middle. All right? And then you're going to want to wrap. And you want to be careful that you're able to cover everything with this one piece so you know how much foil you have. If you have too many pieces, you're going to crack the foil and you're going to rip it, and your grill's going to be real messy. All right, see how it kind of perfectly lays down? And that's trial and error. And then what I do is I'll wrap it on this side, because the bone side, who cares about? You know, the meat side is where you want to keep that satisfaction. And that's how you do it. See, I already did it. I broke it with a bone. So I'm going to wrap a little bit more right there. I jinxed myself. That's exactly what I did. Just gonna drop in there. So now we got 3 pieces. Go right there. I'm just gonna lightly do this one so I don't puncture it again. It's gonna be as simple as that, y'all. And that's one. We're gonna come over here. Drop our second piece of love in. Just drop it just like that. Wrap. Don't want to spill the goodness. Just wrap it like that. Be real nice to it. Kind of form the meat so you can kind of see where all your pieces are, but be nicer with this one. I won't know if I messed up until I flip it over. Yeah, I did it. So now that we got that going, we got about 7 minutes more over here on our sauce. Oh my God, this is perfect. And that's why I didn't put the cornstarch in it. You want to check this out? Because I know they want to check this out. There we go. See how thick that got? That's exactly what we want. All right. So we got everything kind of prepped, ready to go. Like I said, I'm gonna make the coleslaw. In the second half of this episode. It's about, let's see what time it is. It's 5:47. We should have our ribs and everything done roughly around, man, it's gonna be a little later. About 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, that's 8 o'clock. If you're a Midwester, 9 o'clock if you're on the East Coast. So we'll have it all ready to go. If it's a little early, I'll shoot a notification to all you great people and let you know, hey, we're about to jump in and eat this good stuff. Until then, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hope you guys had fun so far. Thank you.